So I make a video which word for word states, "The same Jesus that died for you died for Lil Nas X. You are not better than him in any way. This is not a battle of flesh and blood. Pray for him instead of making hit pieces." To which Mr. Trey responds, "Pray for those who need it. He has made his choice." First, what a gross thing to say. What a nasty, repulsive thing to say. So I got like tons and tons of comments of Christians telling me that we need to be horrible to him and saying that he's the worst and da-da-da-da and da-da-da. I hope you understand that I quoted scripture in the little thing I wrote. So where that passage is from is Ephesians 6. I will start a little bit ahead to add more context. It's talking about the armor of God. It says, "Finally be strong in the Lord and his mighty power. Put the full armor of God so that you can take your stance against the devil's schemes. For our struggle," our meaning Christians, "is not against flesh and blood," meaning my battle is not against Tyrone across the street. My battle is not against Jessica, who's my neighbor. My battle is against the authorities, rulers, and powers of this dark world. It is against the spiritual forces of evil in the heavenly realms. Meaning, the spiritual beings, the evil that are on these people, that make them act this way, that have deceived these people. Because not all these people are demonized and all that. Some of these people are just heavily deceived into thinking and doing these things. So why, on God's beautiful, lovely green earth that he made with such beautiful intent, do we sit here and bash and be horrible towards people who have been deceived? Instead of trying to say, tell them, "Hey, homie, la da la da da, this is why you're wrong, my dog just ate it." Instead, we're gonna fight him. Not the idea, not the reason why he's acting that way, not the horrible Christians who have led him to act this way, because if you actually listen with your big ears, you would hear and see that the majority of the people who act this way and are so against Christianity is because supposed Christians have treated them the exact opposite as Christ tells us to. And then they act like this just to piss off Christians, and then you guys give him the reaction he wants and treat him like garbage on top of that, and then you're like, "Oh, they don't like Christians." I don't like some of you. Christian. What do you think they're gonna do? What? And the fact that me saying pray for him is the main point that so many people were against? Now some scripture to back that up. Matthew 5, starting in verse 43. "You have heard that it is said, 'Love thy neighbor and hate thy enemy.' But I," who is I in this situation? Do you notice how the letters are red? This means that Jesus Christ himself is speaking. Who is Jesus Christ? Christ. That's why we are called Christians. This is the man we are supposed to be embodying. The man we're supposed to be acting like. Yeah, that guy. He says, "I tell you, love your enemies and pray for those who persecute you." What should we do for him? Love him. What should we do for him? Pray for him. Continuing on. "That you may be children of your Father." So if you're not doing that, you're not acting like a child of the Lord Most High. Continuing on. "He causes the sun to rise on the evil and the good. He sends rain for the righteous and the unrighteous." If God isn't crapping on the people who aren't following him, who on this beautiful green earth are you to be crapping on the people who aren't following him? Go in peace.